welcome back to this other world schooling video. And my wife and I are going to be planting. Yeah? We're going to be planting, and we're going to be talking about our next in-demand topic while planting. And so stay tuned. Remember, if it's your first time, like, share, and subscribe, and keep following us. And also remember, you can visit us or travel with us on our international kids and family travel educational entertainment destinations. Okay, or you can come here, which is one of these destinations. Okay, so tell me why all the families of the world should start thinking about educating their own children in 2026 and beyond. Give me some reasons. Well, you're a professional. I am not. You are the psychologist.
We are living in times of big crisis, deep crisis.
Such as?
Every point of view. Social crisis. You know, children, adolescents, they spend much of their times on screens. They live out of reality, so they are detached from the real world.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the connection with nature and the environment.
Yes.
And animals, their peers too.
Mm-hmm.
They are totally isolated, especially in certain parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Western societies. Secondly, there is a big economic crisis and financial crisis going on.
That will only get worse.
Yeah, and it will lead to uncertainty. So the sense of stability for a family is being lost.
Wow.
Okay.
That's amazing to hear from the mouth of a professional. Another reason?
Emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional instability. Children and youth, they're facing big problems with drugs, with different kind of abuses.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about screens already, but it's not only that. They are emotionally in disorder because they are getting addicted to all kind of emotional stimuli.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the big phenomenon of the influencers on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So they got distorted models
Wow.
of their lives. Then drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so alcohol, big drugs.
Yeah.
Fentanyl in the US is
Mm-hmm.
really bad.
I just wanted, I know we're getting ready to plant, and maybe you can come here where we're going to plant. I'm going to ask you one or two more questions, and then we're going to get planting. Because the reason I want to ask you personally question as a homeschooling, travel schooling, and world schooling mother, the reason why I want to ask you is because you are highly educated and experienced, and this sets an incredible model for families all around the world, that when the words are uttered, it's not just from a opinionated perspective, but it's also coming from while we try to put forth facts in every video that we create. I wanted you to be giving these specific information so that people can take it more seriously. If the information was coming from me, they could be in doubt, but if it's coming from you, Padova graduate, Italian psychologist, worldwide humanitarian, worked in Lebanon, worked in Switzerland, worked in Italy, work on 5 continents. When it's coming from you, and you are making these choices to home, school, travel school, and world school. Our daughter Dahlia, here at Dahlia's World School in Calabria campus, and where we're cleaning up and we're always evolving, and setting a model for families globally when it's coming from you. I think it's very impactful. And that's the reason I wanted to ask you these questions, not just as my wife, but as a mother, mother of our child, and as a professional. So I just have one more, as I get my gloves, one or two more questions, and then we're gonna go back to our daily routine. This is organic fertilizer. That's a shovel and that's a hoe. We all know that. And this is a little area where, and that area down there where it's dirty, we gotta clean the plants, where our daughter comes and play and get dirty and learn about this type of living and lifestyle. So I have one more or two questions, please. If you were presented with a choice, let's say by the European Union, argumentatively, let's say hypothetically speaking, if you were presented by the EU, European Union Parliament, whatever, to reshape the European communities and societies from for creating a module for children and families starting from right now in December 19, 2025. What would you recommend? One, and the second part of that question is more or less, how long would this implementation take, and what would be the benefits of this implementation?
Okay, so considering that public schools and public schools in general, so private and public schools, are turning into a memory study lab. What I want to say with this, the children just spend their time indoor on books out of reality, right? What I would do, I would propose to the European Union and everywhere in the world a different program. So a part-time program where children learn to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. So they would learn how to cultivate, how to grow their own vegetables, how to run a farm, even a small farm, to support their family needs. They would learn things that would be useful for their future, like life skills, okay? How to sell their produce, how to generate money from the land, all right? It's not just a matter of going back to nature as a trend. It's a real need nowadays, because food is being poisoned by all this pollution and chemicals and additives. So what our children eat is not real food unless we grow it, and we grow it organically. That's what I would really want to do. And I would also implement a program where children and youth would go back to a deep bond with animals. There are too many episodes of violence against animals, perpetrated against animals. Every day, we read something extremely bad. And this is a social warning, because children and youth have got, like I said, some deep emotional imbalance, and of course they discharge it on the weak ones, right? So bullyism, violence against animals, against disabled children, and so on.
So this type of educational reform, how long, given that the system has been in place educationally and well structured, how would you interrupt that period on a consistent regulatory basis until you completely erase the current system and the implementation of the new system, the new way of education. You think how many years you think that would take? A generation?
Well, I don't want to talk about total revolution, but I want to talk about some accomplishments. So I think in 5 years, just introducing some new activities and replacing the just books and memory studies would be okay. I don't think bureaucracy is bureaucracy, so it's very difficult to contrast these processes from a governmental point of view. But I think there are seeds of change everywhere in the world. So people started realizing that that is not the way, and there must be another way.
So you are totally opposed. We are totally opposed. We've been through the system, but now our eyes are open, and we're using this approach for Dali against the 8-hour school day.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 hours, whatever it is. But why you think that is unuseful?
It's not unuseful, but it's basically too much for children. So what they really need.
But why too much? What is that? How can that be? How can that be verified? Why are we saying that because we're promoting our videos? Are we saying that because
No.
why is sending a child to school from 8 in the morning and coming back at home at 4 in the evening, and then doing that for all 8 years of elementary, then doing that for 4 years of, well, the Italian system is different, but in my country 4 years of high school, and then 2 years, and why all of that is not necessary?
Some of it is necessary, so I think that 2-3 hours would be enough to be on books every day.
But you
Just
think
to
that,
learn
but
the
can you
basics.
give me a country, a model of a country that used this proven system, or this is opinion?
No, there is the Finnish model.
Finland.
Yeah, Finland.
Can you tell me about them?
Finland has got a totally different school system where children and youth study 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day.
Yeah, they've got very little homework at home, and they spend their days studying by themselves other disciplines like languages. They practice sports and arts, and their passion.
Where does Finland stand educationally in the world?
Is the first?
Is number one.
Yeah.
So this is a proven system that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And this would be a great model for us to follow the Finnish in Finland, their educational system, and then this will lead to children being more free to spend more time with their families and to do other activities.
Yes, of course.
So they can be more creative, they can be more productive, and spend less time in the classroom, which is basically eating up their lives.
Yeah, plus the school is standardizing these children, so everyone is just fighting for the best vote, for the best judgment.
Yeah.
And
It's an academic competition.
yes, and plus they are standardized.
Yeah.
So there is no space and there is no room for singularity and uniqueness. Right. So all children cannot be the same.
Yeah.
What school does is they conform. It conforms everyone to achieve the same goals at the same time.
Wow, that's a big difference, right there. Yeah, because we are all unique. Everyone was created uniquely, and were born into the world. We don't want to talk about creation, but everyone is a unique individual, and so this is why the other models of learning, like the Maria Montessori system of education. She's Italian, and the other systems of learning like parental schooling, homeschooling, and now there is unschooling. Can you tell me about unschooling, what it really means?
Unschooling is an approach that is based on detachment from books, basically. So purging all the school system biases and habits.
Mm-hmm.
So learning by doing,
Mm-hmm.
learning through experience,
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. So the children of 2025 going into 2026, what type of, including our child Dalian, who is 9 years old, what type of future, if they continue on this path educationally, going to school every day, Monday to Friday, spending all day sitting on a behind a desk, a teacher is in front of the classroom, that's their life. If this continues right now, and there is the AI race going on, and we know that this is rapidly developing, the artificial intelligence, and the way the world is economically, politically, socio-politically, geopolitically, what type of future, if there's not an interruption and we continue down this path, how do you preview the human condition with regards to the future generation, these children, in the next 10 years?
Well, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I can use a single word: alienation. I see them kind of alienated from reality. So I hope not, but the way things are going, especially big cities, metropolis around the world, is not promising. It's not promising. There is a fake society parallel to the real world that is developing in their minds. So I don't see it really positive as a future, but I think there are, as I said, there are many seeds of change around the world, and there are big movements against what's going on with these technology trends. So I'm still hopeful.
Yeah. Well, that was a short video. We're working, getting dirty, and we're at World Schooling Calabria. We're cleaning olives, we're planting, we're plowing, and we're working digitally as well. We create content as we go along. My name is Mervyn, Happy World Schooling Father, and this is my wife, Maria Caterina Vetro, and I was using this opportunity for her to share with you some of her professional insights with regards to what we're doing for our World Schooling project. So if you're a family wanting to come here and to sit down and have conversations like this, feel free to contact us on our website. If you are desiring to travel when we are traveling outside of Italy, then you can also check out the contact details on our website, and we will tell you where we're going, when and for how long, and what we're doing. We're on a mission to educate Dalia and for her to start making to be a difference maker and a change maker in the world, and it starts with the younger generation. Okay, and we urge parents to do the same. There's no set path to doing this. There's not a textbook to do this. This calls for creativity. It calls for studying the times, and it calls for innovation, flexibility, risk taking, and it calls for strategic and calculated moves and decisions, and also to realize when you're making a mistake or mistakes and to correct those, and it's better done so in a community. You see, if you are an authority unto your own self, then you're not reliable. So what we are doing is we're forming a new community with respect to world schooling for the new generation, to give them important important and facts and ways of moving forward and dealing with what is important, with things like animal extinction, animal conservation, things like all these problems, okay, and how the children will be more prepared for the future rather than following and conforming to the same ways and patterns and systems that we have inherited and that we are now living in and they were born into. There's a difference. There has to be a contrast and a line drawn where they are prepared for change, because we are now being changed. The world is being changed and transformed, and they have to move with the tide and the times. So, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you in another one soon.
Bye.
Bye.